It is Wednesday, December 19th, 2018, and we are back again. This time we are going over my relationship reinforcement spell. So, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good night. Wherever you're in this great big world of ours, hope you're doing alright. Okay. Before we begin, this spell is an amalgamation of many things, of many ideas. An idea from here, an idea from there, and I will give credit where credit is due. So I will say this spell was inspired by a plethora of people. Really, the last piece was the band Blutengel itself. Because I've been kind of wanting to do a spell similar to this previously. But I'm like, I don't know. Ever since Love Spell Rapey Kid came into my path, I've been kind of hesitant because, I mean, come on. Somebody who wants to pressure people into doing magic for them, especially the kind that, you know, come off as rapey or rapist. No thank you. So I'm kind of against love spells. However, I am not against love spells that reinforce existing relationships or self-love. I am not against that. And I will totally support those two. And that's what we got going on here. The band Blutengel was the last piece. So, without them, this spell wouldn't have taken its final shape. Also, I'd also like to thank my brother Waylon, or Sorcerer Armanazul from the Black Tower. Be sure to check out his channel for all things Necronomicon and various other views on quote-unquote black magic, to those who, you know, wish to call it that. Although magic is only the color as you want it to be. So, he also helped form the last half of this spell. So, enough of my yakking. Let's boogie. As I said, this spell was inspired by the band Blutengel and their song Soul of Ice. Music in itself can be magical, and I feel part of this song's lyrics can be a spell in itself. Now, I'm not one for love spells, however, I do support love spells that are for self-love and reinforcing your already existing relationship, as I mentioned earlier. Always will. I designed this spell based on the lyrics, I should say, from the song Soul of Ice, which you should really check out anyway. But when you sleep, you dream of me, and I kiss you in your sleep. Now, one of the great things about music is that the artist can have one thing in their mind about what the song's about. But everybody else that hears the song can interpret it in any way. No one's going to... Well, I can't really say that. I can't really say that no one's going to have the same view of a song. I can't really say that. Because people do. But people interpret songs differently all the time. Some as a collective, some independent. And this one is no different, as I interpret this as a long-distance relationship. Now, there's obviously more to the song, but it's just based on this one lyric. So if you've ever been in a long-distance relationship or an LDR, you know how it is. It's pretty fucking terrible. And very lonely. Now, what you're going to need: red candles, something to inscribe with, like a pen, like a sewing needle pin, something that fine. Dove's blood ink. You're going to need that. And I say that because I have a vial of Dove's blood ink that was part of my mom's witch stuff. And I'm like, this is all this is good for, is, stuff like this. Why couldn't she have gotten dragon's blood? Or bat's blood? The Kamiya sigil maker. Matches, because you're going to be lighting candles. Paper. And water. You're going to need paper. Substitutes: white candles, a red marker, red crayon, red colored pencil. In case you can't get Dove's blood ink. Something that has red in it. I mean, if you want to use blood, go right ahead. But do it safely, huh? And make sure it's your own. Don't be stealing other people's blood. We have fun on this channel. The Kamiya Sigil Maker app. This is a handy app you can download for free. I've downloaded this thing since 2016. No. Yeah. Well, shit, maybe even 2015? That's how many times I've downloaded this app. I can't even remember when I first downloaded it. I've downloaded this thing so many times. And then when my brother from Magickology talked about it, and I'm like, hell yeah! So, I can't remember. Wow. I guess that's one of the things about... No, it had to be 2016 because I had my ZTE Obsidian. So, yeah, and I got that phone in 2016, so... Yeah, I've downloaded this thing so many times. Because my previous ZTE phone was your basic transition from flip phone to smartphone. Like, it was literally a starter. And it had very limited functions on what apps you could download. So yeah, it was 2016. The great thing about this app is that it covers all the planetary correspondences that you will ever need for anything. Now, you do have to put in your own research to each planetary things, like Saturn and all that, and Mercury, and, you know, applied knowledge and research going in. But I know enough about Venus to where I know where this is going. Sorry, I just got distracted by my Pepto-Bismol bottle here. Your boy hasn't been feeling very well. So, we're going to need Venus for this, as that is commonly the planet of love in most things. Type in the name of your significant other, and it'll make a sigil for you. It really is neat. There was a paid version of this where you could pay, like it was like $1 or $2, but I don't see that on the Google Play Store anymore. But it really didn't give you anything much more than what the basic version gives you. Maybe a little bit more options in the sigil gallery where you store your sigils and your editing of them. But there's really no major significant differences in the paid version over the free version. So I would just stick with the free version. Setup. Here, you will copy the sigil from the app to a piece of paper. Turn that paper over and write their full name and draw a heart around it. Shout out to my brother for inspiring that part to me. Because it just clicked with this. It was like, oh, surprise Pikachu. We clown on this channel. Now, this is all done in Dove's blood, or a red marker, red crown, red colored pencil. Now, this is not what it's going to look like, but this is what you can do to edit it to make it look like this. But this is my girlfriend's name. Ain't going to tell you. But this is what you're going to get. Now, take your inscription tool and inscribe their name into the candle, putting all your intentions into this candle. I suppose you can do that with the sigil maker too. Casting your spell. Once you have everything set up, light the candle and place the sigil in front of you and recite, "My dearest," insert name here, and repeat 3 times, but when you sleep, you dream of me, and I kiss you in your sleep. Just recite that 3 times. I declare and decree by the power of 3, so mote it me. Then let the candle burn till it naturally goes out. Once that has happened, put the sigil away somewhere you know you will forget about it. The desired effect will reinforce your relationship by keeping you in each other's thoughts and dreams. So when you do get to see each other, well, we're going to keep it G-rated. You're gonna fuck! Alternatives. Feel free to add any personal touches you feel like adding to make it your own. You can design this however you want. This is just how I would do it. And have I done it? I ain't gonna tell you. That'll ruin the surprise. So, thanks for reading. Hope you enjoyed this. And yes, one more thing. Never leave a lit candle unattended. Use extreme caution when using matches and lighting candles. Especially around this time of the year, where people get all these candles that smell better than the actual food itself that it's supposed to be. It's real easy to, just kind of out of sight, out of mind it. And if you have pets like cats or something, you want to keep an eye on your candle so it doesn't, catch something on fire, or your pet knocks it over and starts a fire. Nothing ruins the holiday like a inferno, or yeah. So, toodles.